I'm just gonna grab some water and this is an encouragement for everybody out there through this is me letting go and to show and demonstrate exactly where I'm at and just know that it doesn't need to look a certain way. And a lot of times the only people that want it to look a certain way is us in whatever moment. And this is real. And this is, like things don't always turn out how you want them to or go as planned, but you do your best and you can relate to it however you would like. And in this moment, I am on time, but I'm like 40 minutes behind what I feel like my schedule should be. So anyway, thanks for being patient, listening, tuning in while I get some water. So, welcome. I believe that this church can gather people around some ideals that everybody can agree upon and move forward with strength and grace together, uniting one person after another person after another person until the whole world is working together, or at least a vast majority of the world, because everybody wants love. Everybody wants to feel supported. Everybody wants to feel valued. Everyone wants to feel good enough and appreciated. And the truth of the matter is that you are good enough. Everybody's good enough. Everybody deserves shelter. Everybody deserves clean drinking water. Everybody. Every human being deserves that. And together, as a world, we can create that. In fact, we can create that very easily if we're working together. And the more people working together, the quicker that happens. And that is the driving force behind everything that I'm doing and everything that the church is doing. And everything that everybody that has worked so hard to create this organization is doing. And they're living and being the change that they want to see in the world. From their raw, authentic selves, giving from that space in every action. And learning and growing and expanding. And it's just this beautiful thing to witness within myself and in all of the beautiful beings that I'm working with. And I am deeply grateful, so grateful for the caliber and brilliance and raw authenticity and integrity that I am surrounded with. I'm surrounded by beautiful beings that I'm resonating with harmoniously. And the more we connect, the more we share from our own hearts, the more we don't listen to all of the little voices of judgment of what we think other people might think, because then we're giving our power away. And if we're giving our power away to what other people might think, then we're not harnessing our and feeding this within. And the more you do what your heart says, the more you do what the things that you want to do that you love doing, the more you're exercising the muscle, just like going to a gym. Do you know what you do when you hit yourself in the face and knock the rest of your teeth out? You smile. And you smile bigger and bigger and bigger because it doesn't need to look a certain way. And I am bright and beautiful. And I'm growing on a daily basis. I'm evolving on a daily basis. And that's the best thing that I can do for myself and the world. And if everybody else is doing that, well, then wow. And, so for this week's meeting and my address, I really want to encourage everybody to join the Facebook group for the Church of Flames Temple of Equality. Aaron started a Facebook page, and we're going to be walking through each of the steps of the core foundation of what this church is all about. And, we can work together to provide affordable housing and housing for everybody. We can create housing for every human being on planet Earth. We can create water for every being on planet Earth. The technology's there. Those are kind of easy problems to fix comparatively to learning how to really love ourselves, how to listen, how to not take things personally and honor one another's opinions and beliefs, to personally step out of self-judgment and into compassion and accountability and make new choices, learning, growing, and expanding on a daily basis. Those are things that as a society, those are kind of harder or could be harder to accomplish than creating housing for everybody. But of just as much importance, because we really need to start learning how to work together with one another, how to listen to one another. Because if I'm going to react to the fact that you have a different belief than I do, and I'm going to react with, negative energy, and because usually if you give somebody negative energy, quite often, unless that person's powerful enough to absorb it, transform it, and turn it back into love, which there are people out there that do that. But quite often, if you give somebody negative energy, they're going to give you some negative energy back, and it's going to probably amplify. And then you're probably going to take that personally and give some negative energy back. And it's a self-reinforcing cycle that's based on pain or judgment or, this chicken definitely has something to say. I'm out at Gateway Ranch and doing a whole bunch of buttoning up for the winter and just been working really hard. But I did take time out of my day to love myself and to meditate and get clear. And sometimes that's challenging, and I just want to be real so that you at home, like if you're beginning a meditation practice, or like I had to really talk myself into meditating today because I felt like I had so much on my plate that needed to be handled today on time, and I'm so grateful that I sat down and meditated because I really am flowing and things are in harmony, and I am in balance, and I am grateful. I'm so grateful to be right here, right now. And yeah, so I want to start off with highly recommending joining Erin's the page she started for the Temple of Equality. We're going to be exploring all the foundations of the church is based upon, which it is highly based upon astrology and the I Ching, and which human design and the gene keys, and encouraging our members to go through that journey, to take a look, dive into yourself. I learned and am learning so much in my own research into my gene keys, because the deeper you look into it and the more you utilize the I Ching, the more mind blown I am. I'm just like, wow, whoa. And I encourage you to give it a shot. And the worst that can happen is that you learn a little bit about yourself, and you learn some valuable things that about yourself that is unique to you, so unique to you. And so if you want to learn all about your uniqueness and understand yourself and how you relate to the rest of the world, and how you relate to other people and how people relate to you, to me that seems like a really good place to start, by starting to look at ourselves, because that's where it all starts. And the more I can understand about myself, the clearer I am in everything that I do in life. And this is an encouragement. This is an opportunity for you to start diving into that. And so this week's Temple of Equality video did go live. It goes live every Monday, and Erin's doing a really good job of walking you through very gradually into some deep, profound stuff that is in full alignment with mathematics and everything that we know to be part of this existence. And we're talking about overlaying cultures, overlaying knowledge, overlaying some really profound information that when you put it all together, it's going to deeply affect your life, as it is deeply affecting my life. And the more we can understand ourselves and how we work, the more we can understand how to work with one another. And so this church that we've built, this church that we're gaining members for, it's all about teamwork. It's all about doing one's own work so that we can learn to work together on deeper levels, so that we can create everybody on planet Earth having a home or a shelter, so that we can create everybody on planet Earth having clean drinking water, so we can create affordable health care, and combining ancient knowledge and wisdom and medical practices with modern day practices, and really learning to understand our systems overall better. And the only way we can really do that is by going inside and understanding, taking the time to understand myself on deeper levels. How many people out there are exploring yourself? You know, you can explore space, we can explore the ocean. But probably the most uncharted territory is diving within oneself. And so this church, Clayton Allred, am encouraging you to take a look, to spend some time diving into yourself, loving yourself, forgiving yourself, doing ceremony to forgive yourself. Like, it's actually spending the time and energy to honor, feel, and release and transform. This church is all about transformation. It's all about honoring all belief systems. It's all about bringing people together for the common purpose of creating peace, love, harmony, and balance for all life on planet Earth. We've removed ourselves from nature. We've removed ourselves from God by choice. Because the whole time He's residing inside of you. You're a part of Him, her, it, grander than anybody could possibly fucking imagine. Grander than I can ever possibly imagine or pretend to know. However, what I do know is that we are all creators. And what I do know is we are all of equal value. And we might judge somebody and put ourselves above them. Or we might judge ourselves and put us below them. But it is where we're holding ourselves, where we're holding our truth, holding our perspective, which we can change our perspective at any moment in time. And you're still only seeing it from your own individualistic point of view with 360 degrees of view and another 360 degrees of view, but it's still from one perspective, one vantage point. And unless we're able to listen to one another and utilize each other's vantage points to come to deeper understandings, then we're really working harmoniously together. So that's going to take a lot of personal exploration to get there. That's going to take working together with supporting each other in doing our own work and honoring people where they're at. And so with that, I want to read you our church's mission statement. And, if you can get behind this, then let's work together. This is an opportunity to start working with the temples. The temples are going to become a lot more active on an internet level as well as on a physical level. And we're welcoming people through the equality page to a lot of things, and we're going to eventually start diving into gene keys and understanding and communicating with one another about our gene keys. And I'm really excited to learn, grow, and expand with my community, with my friends, with my loved ones. So with that, I'm going to move into our mission statement and our purpose. F.L.A.M.E.S is a sacred container providing education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. We believe in the conscientious activation of one's godlike self. As creators, we hold sacred the value of free agency and our freedom of choice. In remembering our equanimity and our divinity, we transcend pain, fear, doubt, judgment, and shame into higher vibrational frequencies of compassion, forgiveness, understanding, acceptance, and accountability, expanding our own unique relationship to the divine. Co-Flames is the church of fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability that brings ideas into manifestation. Combining ancient wisdom with modern technologies allows for the creation of a sustainable planet. We believe vibrational frequencies hold keys to transform our inner and outer worlds. Fire and sound offer frequencies that have the power to transform both metaphorically and literally. Ceremony, ritual, movement, and breath are centralized to the expansion of self-exploration and loving awareness. As above, so below. We are all one, operating within a unified state of consciousness. By uniting like-minded people and resources, we work together with a common purpose, creating peace and abundance for all life on planet Earth. Through education and presenting alternative solutions, we raise the frequency of our collective consciousness now. And this is so, and so it is. And the more we work together, the more we reach out, the more we connect, the more we do our own personal work. And with that, I want to recommend and share my own practice. I highly recommend getting a copy of the I Ching and utilizing it for 30 days and just like give it a shot. I highly recommend, I personally recommend the Brian Brownie Walker translation of the I Ching. However, whatever really resonates to you is what's resonating. So listen. And with that, this is an encouragement to get involved. We are redefining the word church. For anybody that has a problem or a judgment that is negative on the word church, realize that there's a whole bunch of people out there on planet Earth that have kind of similar beliefs, and those beliefs get to be honored just as much as old beliefs. And a lot of those beliefs systems are disempowering because, well, you're giving your power away. And there's a lot of judgment. And there's a lot of greed. And there's a lot of people thinking they're right and a lot of people thinking they're wrong. And those other people are thinking they're right and you're wrong. And do we really need to entertain such? Can we honor both? Can we start choosing other things? And I think that we can by personally doing that. And the more people doing that, and the more people focusing their attention on love, and focusing their attention on solutions, and focusing their attention on working together and letting go of whatever the news is saying, then it's a lot easier to be centered. Actually, so this is what I want to talk about this week. I remember when I first realized that getting angry is a choice. And what I do about how I react to being angry or mad was a choice as well. And how I chose to express it. Or Do I choose to bottle it up and pretend that it's not there? All of these choices, or the choice to transform it? What? Whoa. Because when I got mad, I grew up in a family that the louder you were and the more you were acting like a crazy maniac, the more you were displaying how mad you actually were. And there was like a form of communicating your anger. And it took me forever to realize that that wasn't normal. Nor, and when I realized it was a choice, oh, that was a whole new level of conscientious awareness right there. Because, of course, I'm mad. I'm going to be mad. In fact, I am wanting to be mad right now because of this and this and this, right? Do I want to be mad? Not really. Do I still get mad sometimes? Yeah. How long do I want to stay in that space? Do I want to keep on focusing on whatever made me mad? Or do I want to shift my focus and energy in towards moving towards the things that I want and that I'm creating in a balanced space? And it's always a choice. And it can take seconds, it could take months, it could take years, depending on how long you want to focus your attention on whatever fucking made you mad. And that goes with any energy that we focus our attention on, or anything that, because the truth is I have full ownership of every thought I choose to entertain. And which thoughts, when you entertain a thought, more follow in alignment. And do I want to chase down those rabbit holes? Which rabbit holes do I want to chase? It's a choice. What do I choose to think about? If I'm thinking about something that I don't want to be thinking about, I choose to shift my thoughts, and I do it consciously. I consciously shift my thoughts. I choose to think beautiful, loving, harmonious, joyful, loving thoughts about myself and others now. You don't know how to shift your thoughts? Exactly that. I choose. Speak it out loud. Speak that vibration. Speak your where am I choosing to hold myself? I'm choosing to hold myself in a beautiful, loving, harmonious space. I love myself. I love myself. I give myself loving, beautiful energy now. I gratefully accept, receive, feel, and enjoy this beautiful, loving energy from me now. And that, here, check this out. Say you're in college and you got finals coming up, and you're cramming and you're cramming and you're cramming and you're tired, and you still have like this 9-hour project that you gotta do. Coffee, yes, great. I love coffee. I give myself energy now. I give myself eternal energy now. I have access to unlimited life force energy now. I have energy. I am awake, alert, conscious, and aware. I am absorbing knowledge on an easier and easier level, getting better and better every day. I give myself this now. I gratefully accept, receive, feel, and enjoy this beautiful energy now. You can give yourself anything that you need. You are a powerful being. No, everything is happening perfectly, and the universe is showing up as a reflection at all moments in time. The people around you, all the people that you're experiencing, are reflecting based off of where what you're putting out, and vice versa. We're all in this beautiful thing called life that's absolutely a miracle and amazing, so amazing. And a lot of us in the past have taken it for granted. But life is truly just out of this world. And we are so blessed. And we are so powerful. And this is all part of the journey to be here, to create our lives, to create connection, to enjoy, to be blissful. That is our divine nature. And we can give our power away to all kinds of things. We can give it to judgment. We can give it to pain. We can give it to fear. We can give it to revenge because it really hurt. You hurt me. I'm going to get you back. I'm going to hold you're all of these things because I have this perspective and it is true. And you're all butthurt because something I said that or did you took personally in a different way than what I meant it. And it's a whole misunderstanding, but it goes on for thousands and thousands of years. And people are willing to kill over their beliefs, and people are willing to fucking scream at each other and beat each other. And I think that we've had enough of that. I think that most people on planet Earth want peace. I think most people on Earth really want to walk outside and feel safe and secure and connected to nature, connected to each other, trusting fully in their neighbors, peaceful, like harmonious. I think everybody would really actually like that a lot more than like some bombs dropping in Syria and people scattering and death everywhere and everybody you love. That sounds like hell. And so, like the holy city, the fight, all the fighting back and forth in the holy city, right? All on different belief systems and defending that and defending occupation and just like it's a conflict. And they're all human beings and they're all beautiful. And they have different perspectives and opinions and beliefs. But how much cooler is it to go outside and enjoy the sun and the grassy meadows and the trees and the versus walking around like not knowing when you're gonna get bombed next and they're completely. What are we as human beings choosing to create, and what are we gonna create from here on out? And like this is a global thing. This is I feel like there's more than 90% of the populace of the earth, of the human population of the planet Earth. I feel like there's more than 90% of us that want peace on planet Earth, that want to live in harmony with one another, that want their basic human needs met, and are willing to work together to fucking create that. I believe that. I believe in the human race. I believe in me. I believe in my team. I believe in solutions. I believe in harmony. I believe in our powers as an individual to not take something personally, to learn new communication techniques, to learn how to actually listen to one another. And listen from a perspective of really wanting to get to know and understand their perspective. Instead of being in defense mode and thinking of what you're going to say as a response. All kinds of different conflict resolution techniques. These are the things that we as the Church of Flames are going to be exploring on a multitude of levels, because no one solution is going to work for everybody. But if we have 30 to 40 different ways of doing things, and we continue to explore, and we continue to add, and we continue to elevate while lifting each other up versus tearing each other down, this life is full of choices. Every moment we have the opportunity to choose where we're going to focus our attention, where we're going to focus our thoughts, how we're going to take something. What space am I receiving this in, and what space am I viewing it from while I'm taking it in? And that all of a sudden is conscientious awareness. Then all of a sudden, like, oh, I don't need to take that personally. Oh, I can have enough compassion and understanding to see that this person seeing things completely different than I am, and they got this and this going on, and perhaps, like, I can broaden my perspective to hold compassion in my heart and to let go of how I think it needs to look moment to moment, especially with myself, right? How often do we judge ourselves? I know that I used to judge myself a lot, and I sometimes still find myself judging myself. And that's an opportunity to deepen my practice, to deepen my love for myself, to deepen um, my my compassion for myself, and honor, and choose differently, learn, grow, expand. So, um, there's all kinds of solutions out there. There's all kinds of really cool technology. I have all kinds of friends that are brilliant, amazing beings that have their own, like, there's amazing stuff out there. And if we work together, man, we can create some beautiful, beautiful things. And it's all about operating from a space of love and detachment from what our egos want it to look like, or for control, or and so that's one of the reasons why we're celebrating Love Fest Day, right? And equality, because equality is so important. So Love Fest Day, it happens once a month. The next Love Fest Day that's coming up is actually on November 13th. For those of you that celebrated Love Fest Day with us last month, or last week really, it was I had a beautiful Love Fest Day. We I'll put a link in the descriptions to a description on Love Fest Day if you don't know anything about it. It was originally coined, to my knowledge, by Christopher Witecki, an astrologer, and we've just kind of taken it on because it's like every time the moon crosses Venus, we're all just a little bit more open to receiving love. So we felt, as an organization, in starting it up, I really feel like if it's a day where we're receiving love on a little bit more open level, then we should probably be giving love on a conscious level, and taking a day out of the month to really celebrate love, and to really focus our attention and energy on loving things, starting with the self. And so I promote 9 total, 3 sets of 3. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And we're at church, so I'm going to start all over again. For those that are watching, do this with me at home, because this is big. This is huge. Because if we're loving ourselves, then we're not looking for it from external sources. We're valuing ourselves, and we can give ourselves this beautiful energy because you're worthy. And anybody that tells you, or any thought that tells you that you're not worthy, it's an illusion, because you are. So let go of the illusion, let go of that doubt. Once again, it's a choice. You have an opportunity right now to choose. So I encourage you to join me at home. Okay? Right hand on your heart. Or I put it right in the center of my. But you can do it however resonates with you. There is no right or wrong with it. I love myself. 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 And you can even give yourself little pats. Oh, you can love yourself, but at least 3 sets of 3. And then left hand on your heart. I gratefully acknowledge, accept, receive, feel, and enjoy this beautiful love for myself now. In the simplified version, I feel this love for myself now. And feel it, and be in it for as long as you would like. And it's really a beautiful thing. So, I encourage you to do that at least once a month on Love Fest Day. And that can be a daily practice, that could be a multiple time a day practice. Or anytime you really just feel like you need some love. Because you're worthy. And, yeah. So, that being said, I really encourage you to once again join the Church of Flames equality page on Facebook. Start at week 1 and go all the way through on the YouTube, because it's a lot of information that's being delivered in a digestible amount, and it's just gonna get better and better and better, and it is uh, quite the journey, and you'll really be able to start connecting the dots as the more and more we go, and then you're gonna be like, whoa. So yeah, have a beautiful week. Do your best to be conscious and aware, not to take things personally, and if you catch yourself taking something personally, catch it, detach as quickly as possible, and focus your attention elsewhere. And uh, yeah, just felt like there's a lot of powerful energies happening right now, and the more we can stay in our heart center. There's a grand trine in the water signs right now, and that's really powerful. You'll uh, understand that on a deeper level when you check out the equality page. And I really look forward to growth. We're going to start having some polls and questionnaires on each of the temple pages on our website here in the next month or two, and really getting a good database of talents, skills, um, where people are wanting to learn, where people are wanting to expand, what they're interested in, so that we can really start working together as a community better and better and better. And we're here to support, we're here to love, we're here to ignite and unite all all cultures, all people, all everybody, because that's really the end goal. If we're gonna have peace on planet Earth, that's my end goal, yo. I mean, I spin a great big gigantic fire staff named Love, and quite often when I spin it, most of the time it's a wish for somebody, and a wish for, actually it's usually two wishes for the world. And peace, people wish for peace all the time. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people feel like peace on planet Earth is out of reach, and it's like this almost fictional thing that we hope to reach for. No. Yo, it's all about us coming together and creating that. And deciding personally that that's what I want. And I'm going to grow within myself, learn how to bend, shift, and mold, change my perspective, deepen my compassion, deepen my conscientious awareness, deepen my accountability, let go of all of the things that, all the judgments, all the pain, heal my relationships, and choose what space I'm going to embody moment to moment to moment to moment, getting better and better and better. And if I do that, well, then awesome. And then friends are doing that, communities are doing that. All of a sudden, people are working together on a level that I really look forward to seeing. So if you want to get involved, hit us up. We have a lot of projects coming up. All of our paperwork is all legit. We're in Utah and Colorado right now, and we're going to be growing and expanding. And really, teamwork does make the dream work. And if you want to get involved, reach out. We love you. Have a beautiful week. See you soon. See you next Wednesday at 3:33, and you can catch the new, once you get all the way through the quality videos, the new one will be coming out on Monday. So blessings.